measure it flat, it contradicts that. I'm spitting flat facts and that. And I know you don't like that. Google Maps is flat, it presents elevation profiles like that. I'm a spitting flat earth king. Sentence has a ring, doing my own thing. If earth was a big roast chicken, factually finger licking chicken, we just got the measurements missing. I'm spitting eggs and begs, begging the question lesson. I've said it before, time after time. I'm the spitting flat earth king of rhyme.
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a coffee, Patreon, crypto and thanks button in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching. Then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show on Facebook and X. Now we are joined by Neil, Click OK, Surf Daddy, Len, and a whole bunch of people in the Flipside Discord server. So welcome one and all.
How are you?
Howdy.
I'm very well indeed. Should I immediately give a language warning for the upcoming coverage of the debate I did over in Worldwide Debates about 4 or 5 days ago now? Yes, I will. So, if you're particularly sensitive to strong language, although if you're watching this from a pre-show, if you remember, then you've already had fairly strong language in the pre-show anyway. But nevertheless, if you're easily offended, then a off-the-cuff discussion in a server that was utilising blue language by myself isn't necessarily going to be your cup of tea, so it might be a opportunity to, I don't know, go and watch a different video by Nathan Oakley 1980, or go and watch one of the shares videos that have all been sterilised and share them with somebody else. But if not, just be warned that up and coming on this particular live stream will be some foul language, so forewarned is forearmed, just to let you all know. How are you all?
Everything is roses.
Oh, that's good to hear, Neil.
I'm doing excellent, metaphorically speaking.
Oh, well, that's good to hear also.
Everything is good, Nathan. Good day, the sun is shining.
Good to hear, Michael. So, feel free to pipe in. South as a direction. Yeah. Earth is flat.
Okay,
the directions, I still haven't finished. It's the conclusion, Rob, where you get explained that directions are flat. You don't have to squirm, okay? We measure Earth flat with azimuth. We use a compass. Yeah, directions, my fucking word. I give up, Rob. You're a cunt. I give up.
Well, you just went on longer.
You're just stuttering through me. You're just stuttering through me. Yeah.
I'm not stuttering, dude. Whatever. We're Americans.
We're Americans.
I know.
We're Americans, you stuttery cunt. Shut your fucking mouth. Earth's measured flat, you dumb fuck retard. It's measured with azimuth for directions. You appealed to south, you fucking globe cuck retard. You measure horizontal directionality 180 degrees from north in the horizontal for south. Then you used a fallacy, the false direction fallacy, when you described it as being the bottom. That's altitude, not azimuth. You fucking retard.
We're not talking about a vertical object. We're talking...
No, we're talking about a horizontal Earth measurement, because Earth's measured horizontal for azimuth. I was told there aren't any measurements of a flat Earth. Here we are describing horizontal and only horizontal azimuth for direction. That's a flat Earth only measurement for direction.
This is dumb. Yeah, no, whatever, buddy. I'm trying to fuck.
Trying to speak without stuttering like a fucking retard. Yeah, you're trying there, Rob, you stuttery spastic. You're just not succeeding, you dumb
okay,
shit.
Cool. Now what? Okay.
Now what? Now we measure Earth flat in azimuth for directions.
No, we don't. Now I tell you how we.
And well, why did you define it as being horizontal then, you fucking retard?
You don't want to get there, though.
You described it and defined it as horizontal, fucking retard.
Tell you.
Yeah, that was you, Rob.
This is crazy.
What, that you described it as being horizontal when you defined it, you fucking retard?
I specifically shut up and let him finish. He wouldn't finish because he wanted to add on and poison the well more,
I'm not poisoning anything. You described azimuth as horizontal for directions.
It's obvious to anybody listening, dude. You're scared. It's okay if you're scared. You're in a...
What, scared of azimuth being horizontal? No, I think you're wrong, you stuttery fucking retard.
No, the azimuth proves that you're wrong.
It proves that Earth's being measured horizontally. It's a horizontal orientation for direction, measured in degrees, only capable of describing them in the horizontal for horizontal degrees. That's Earth being measured flat for directionality. That's not being scared, but it is you being a stuttery retard.
You couldn't travel west. Okay, let me
Rob,
please
when
get
you
out,
hold
man.
the
This is just
compass, Rob,
ridiculous.
which way is
Why
north?
can't I get my reply out, dude?
No,
You
point
cannot
north.
travel
Rob, which
straight
way is
west at
north when you hold the
270 on a
compass,
flat
Rob?
Earth map and end up where you started.
All
It'll
maps
never
are flat,
work that
Rob.
way.
When you hold the
whole
compass,
idea that
which
you're
way
going
is
by
north
these
pointing?
globe Earth measurements to try to prove flat Earth is ridiculous, dude.
No, you can't use a globe for azimuth.
When you hold the compass in the
you're
woods,
confused.
I hereby
Neil, shut up.
rebuke you from using our globe measurements. I hereby rebuke you.
No, azimuth's not a globe measurement, it's horizontal.
Okay, man. Look, in your world, yes, because you're a non-believer. You know, believer.
You said it.
You don't want to believe that science is a real thing and math is a real thing.
We're not talking about
You don't
science.
wanna
Well, it
believe
has nothing to
anything.
do with geography.
You want to tell
Neil,
other
please.
people what to believe. Well, guess what? In our camp, you can believe whatever you want as long as you recognize the reality and the facts of life. And the facts of life is every single measurement you ever took proves a globe.
No, you can't use azimuth with a globe. It's a horizontal orientation described with horizontal azimuth in degrees from north. It's not a globe measurement. It's a flat measurement.
Yeah, go out of your window in England and measure to the southern crux for me.
What, with
Can
azimuth?
you do that?
Okay, I'll measure it with azimuth.
Yeah. Okay, please do. Yeah. Measure it
It's
however you got to
horizontal.
measure it. Show me the measurement from England to the southern crux, if you can see it.
That's south to flat horizontal direction.
Well, cool, man.
Yeah, Earth's measured flat for south, you dumb fuck retard stuttery spastic. Yes, azimuth is an altitude. When you say south, it's not the fucking bottom of anything.
It's not altitude, it's an angle.
It's not stuttering. Yeah, you're being fucking raped, obnoxious twat. You require azimuth to be horizontal. Ipso facto is a flat measurement.
Yes, and we're not.
Yes, so we measure Earth flat with azimuth. How do my fucking bollocks taste?
You're literally making things up, man.
So I'm making up azimuth? Measurement in the degrees horizontal.
No.
Am I making that up?
Well, obviously you're not making up the word.
No, I'm not. We're measuring Earth flat with azimuth. That's correct. Earth is measured flat in degrees from north, which is ipso facto horizontality by way of measurement applied to Earth's surface.
So fine, perfect. Let's go with your dumb idea then.
It's not a dumb idea. It's azimuth, you dumb fucking retard.
Right now on a map, show me where 100.
Yeah, all maps use azimuth and altitude to describe deviations from horizontal measured from sea level, with linear mile measurements on the flat maps with the flat scales, and the horizontal orientation we get from a compass described in flat azimuth. Earth's measured flat for all mapping, for all distances, for all directionalities, and for all
80
altitudes.
degrees is. Show me where 180 degrees south is then. Just all you gotta do is show me that. Just show me a map where 180 degrees south is and just point to it.
I don't. The principle itself is horizontal. It's an orientation that's described with azimuth that's only horizontal. To describe any direction on any Earth direction, it is ipso facto horizontal. It's azimuth. It's a degree in the horizontal, end quote U. That's how it's defined. That's how it's used. It's not describing the top or bottom of anything. It is and can only be horizontal.
I just want to know why anybody should believe it when you can't provide any evidence.
It's not a belief. It's a measurement direction. South. You used it, not me, by the way. It wasn't my claim. You used it.
Yeah. Okay, I know. Listen, man. I listen to you all the time, Nathan. Every day, dude. Ask Agushi. I listen to you guys rant and shit about everything you say every day. You say the same shit. So the argument with you really doesn't have to go far because you say
it's not an argument. Let's just correct that. No, we're not arguing about whether or not azimuth is horizontal. It is. Directionality is horizontal. That's not an argument. Now, you can be a spastic and suggest it's not horizontal, or that it can be used with a globe. It can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not being a spastic special for you, buddy. So.
Sorry, you said that azimuth could be used with a globe, and you're wrong. That makes you a spastic.
No, the azimuth proves the globe.
No, it doesn't. It's horizontal. It's flat. It's a degree in the horizontal. A globe doesn't afford you that. Azimuth and altitude creates the globe from the equatorial plane, making the globe nothing more than a glorified protractor. But we do measure horizontal orientation and directionality with azimuth. It isn't globe-shaped. It's flat.
Yeah. Show me a map. Can you show me a map? Can you show me a flat
All of them
map?
are flat.
A picture.
Yeah, all of them. Any of them. Any map. They're all flat.
Okay. Okay, cool. So here's one. I got the one. We all know it. It's the fucking Gleason's map. Can you show me where 180 degrees south is in that map?
Well, you just have to drop a compass on it and point it in the northward direction and orientate the map with the horizontal orientation that is afforded to you by azimuth.
I have to miniaturize myself, go into the map like Jumanji, and get a compass and use it.
Yes, that's correct. That's called navigation, you fucking retard. That's what we do when we navigate, you fucking dumb shit.
We walk the Loompa Oompa Loompa.
You stuttery spastic! That's how we fucking navigate.
You're a stuttery spastic!
Yeah, you are, you fucking retard. That's how we navigate.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah,
that's how we navigate.
You like these Detroit ones, don't you?
Yes, we grab a compass and then we figure out directions with it. That's how we navigate, you fucking retard.
You don't got nothing.
Other than directionality that you appeal to. Other than south that you appeal to.
Man, Quantum Racer puts up more of a fight than this guy, dude.
But it's not a fight. You utilised south.
I know, it's no fight, remember?
Yeah, it's a flat earth orientation and directionality acquired in azimuth. Degrees from north is horizontal. You used it, you fucking retard. And then question whether or not we'd have to be in a Jumanji world to use a compass. No, people use maps and compasses in the horizontal orientation quite regularly. It's a fairly standard fair thing.
If he didn't give you his last $2 a week, you'd be poor.
Sorry, why is he talking about my poverty level when I describe how flat earth's measured with azimuth? I don't really... But he is correct. So with that particular ad hom in mind, if you have the means to do so, support this channel. So the purpose of me being here is to make a living. And make a living via YouTube is generally the case that the income comes from people specifically. So obviously if you don't have the means to do exactly that, then don't. But if you do, there's a coffee link. Like, buy me a coffee. Like a few bucks, support the show if you're enjoying what you're watching. Now, I get that there's people out there that can make a complaint and go, you're using a lot of foul language at people who will literally hand-wave dismiss their own standard that they've used and they've defined when I point out how flat it is, resulting in me swearing at them because they're being quite vitriolic in defense of their own use of their own measurements that are flat in all instances. Yeah? But nevertheless, complaints aside, the whole purpose of doing this is to keep food on the table, to keep the lights on and the roof over my head. So if you have got the means to support me financially, please do so. Don't stand on ceremony. I tentatively shout them out all the time at the beginning of the show, but when someone like this ad homs me, he knows that everybody around me wants to push the complaint button and limit my algorithmic advantage. He knows that people are constantly making copyright strikes against me. He knows that I've got the police being sent round and social services round. He wants to attack how poor I am as a consequence of socially being put to the bottom of the barrel because I'm a flat earther. He understands that. That's why he's using it as an attack. Well, I'm just going to turn that around and go, yeah, I can use that as a promotion to you, the audience member. And go, yeah, that's right. Us, YouTubers, survive on the generosity of our audience who support us via things like the coffee link and the PayPal link. So please do so if you've got the means to. Really understand the comparison to my poverty level. My poverty level is inconsequential to whether or not we measure Earth flat with azimuth. We do. Yeah, that's true. So it is inconsequential to the discussion. How poor I am won't change how flat Earth gets measured in azimuth. But I am actually very poor and would definitely appreciate the people who do have the means to actually support me via PayPal and the Cash App, or in my case, Ko-fi, or Coffee as it's actually called. So please support me in the links below, or become a Patreon, whatever it is you want to do. You did when you said south. I didn't appeal to south, a flat earth directionality. You did.
Proved it that you don't.
You did. You used house,
actual
not me.
scientist. You're a guy who's worried about buying.
So why are you talking to me? This is all turned into ad hominem fallacy. I'm sick of dealing with this. I don't want you to talk about me. This isn't the discussion. Me and what I do and how much I earn is irrelevant. You're just ad homing me.
You're a clown, dude.
Yeah, that's an ad hom. I put it to you that you have used a horizontal orientation and direction, and then you're describing what I do as a man. That's an ad hominem fallacy. Second time's a charm.
Yeah. See, the flat earthers can't say the earth spins because
now he's using a stereotype ad hominem.
Then we should all get thrown.
So now he's stereotyping me by ad hominem. I don't want to deal with your fallacious logic anymore, obnoxious. It's getting tedious.
Jabs, dude.
It's tedious.
This is verbal boxing, buddy.
No, you just ad homing me.
Back
It's
in the ring.
fallacy.
You've been out too long, man. Yeah, these Globers nowadays, we don't fuck around. We hand you guys your asses.
Third stereotype.
You've been around for people.
Go ahead, Neil.
You notice how he's trying to get earth spin and everything else in there because you've totally annihilated him with his own measurements. So he's trying to grab all the other globe nonsense that he can, and you're not even paying attention to it.
Yeah, you've been missing too long. Yeah.
It's not that I'm not paying attention. It's that I'm not gonna justify him.
Well, you're not giving him an audience for it.
Yeah. I'm not
It's firing off flares.
It's firing off flares. It's
chaffing.
Yes, chaff and redirect. Exactly. You go ahead, John, because you're going to echo the sentiment I was going to echo. Go ahead, chaff and redirect.
Right. If he was a plane, Nathan is a homing missile that's on his afterburners. So these are the flares he fires off, hoping that Nathan will chase one of those down and blow them up.
Exactly.
That's my point.
So it's not that I'm not paying attention to them, it's just that I won't entertain them.
And we're way above this bullshit. We'll smoke you any day of the week, Nathan Oakley. Anytime you want to step in the ring with anybody.
Yeah, I see how you did the smoking today, right?
Yeah, that's a Brenda technique. Right? You get absolutely annihilated in the ring. Not only in a ring that offers the most advantages possible to this guy. He's got a whole load of cucks around him. Yeah? To support him, offer him support when he might feel threatened. And when he absolutely when he's on the floor bleeding, he's like, I'll fight you any time. Really? What, in this ring that we're in now that you've just had your ass handed to you with Azimuth, you'll fight me any time? What, make it seem like it didn't happen? This is chaff and redirect, but also gaslighting the audience. Suggesting that if there was a fight, you just lost it. Literally, that's what's just happened.
Basically just grandstanding, Neil. You got nothing, Neil. You guys blocked the...
Grandstanding, yeah. That's because I've won. Now, in defeat, this is what beta cucks that we were discussing in the pre-show with McToon as the example of a cowardly beta cuck. This is the type of demonstrated behaviour that we see repeated constantly. Yeah? Like the Black Knight in the Holy Grail. I'll bite your legs off. No, you've just had all of your limbs chopped off. But you're on the floor bleeding saying, I'll bite your legs off. That's what he's doing. Yeah, very predictable. Humorous. Like, by stereotype, you all do it. I didn't lose. I really won. No, you definitely didn't. You measured Earth flat with a horizontal azimuth directionality that you kept appealing to with the wrong direction fallacy by suggesting it was the bottom. And then when I point that out at great length, because it's constantly being rumpused and interrupted and muted by a load of cowards who sense the blood. But when it finally comes to the conclusion, yeah, you've used azimuth. There's no getting away from how flat you measure Earth. The prerequisites of the surface level measurements require you, me, and anybody who ever suggests they've got measurements for Earth to measure them flat. And when that's pointed out, you want to tell me that I'm grandstanding. No, I've actually resigned myself to quite the opposite. I understand that me, and by reflection, you in this instance, are utterly inconsequential to the ground measurements. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not grandstanding with the flat Earth prerequisites that this man has used. But when he's had it pointed out that he's using flat Earth measurements to make his stupid bull belief claim, he wants to tell me I'm grandstanding in some victory. No, we would have measured Earth flat regardless of this dumb fuck. Or me pointing it out or denying it or using the same flat measurement to claim we're on a ball. It wouldn't have made any difference. We're actually quite inconsequential. This isn't me grandstanding, but it's him reverse projecting. He pictures himself winning. When they take the victory, like he's just said, If this was a ring, I'd beat you any time. What, grandstanding? And then immediately projects it onto me. No, you want to be the fart-sniffing, Batman t-shirt wearing dweeb that tells the whole world how intellectually superior you are to them. That's what you want, you bunch of little gamma dicks. You're all secret kings, yeah? Me, I'm just a lowly YouTuber. I know my place here. The world is absolutely beautiful. God's green earth that's measured flat by you. It's a fantastic place. All I can do is suck it up and enjoy it. Doesn't mean that I'm some arbiter of navigation, cartography. No, I'm not the arbiter of any of those things. Understanding how flat Earth is measured by you doesn't mean I'm going to grandstand anything. But you want to, you Batman t-shirt wearing wanker.
I see everybody, every day in your guys' chat, you block any contention. You don't even let people who aren't even...
So literally while he's being heard... Yeah, you were hearing them, right? You're the audience, you're my audience, you can hear him. Literally, while we're hearing him chat skank through the top of his claim to be my victory that I'm taking by way of a suggested grandstanding, he's yakking through the top of me and moaning that he's being censored by me. He couldn't make it up.
Really saying anything bad.
There is none. We're giving you a treat today.
Whatever. You block people today.
You blocked me. You can hear you, dumb fuck. What are you talking about? You're apparently taking away from me grandstanding this victory that you are suggesting I should be grandstanding with. And we're hearing you do it while you're moaning and bleating about how censored you are by me. What, me, a little lonely old YouTuber? Yeah? Bearing in mind, it's not this, it's the same show, but on yesterday's show that we covered, this guy's telling me I'm a nobody. Like, that I'm inconsequential. Again, projection be thy name.
I can bring it up, dude. You're like lying. Now you're a liar.
No, I'm in this forum with no control over the server whatsoever. I was suggested to be moved into a part where I could take control of you bunch of fucking retards who talk through me constantly. All I've done is taken the words that you guys have used, in this case, Robnoxious use of South, and used it against him because it's flat. That's what I've done.
Yeah, no, you haven't. Then show me how do you measure the Polaris from fucking South America? How do you measure the Polaris from South America?
South America, did you say? South's flat.
Oh, South flat.
Yes.
What does that even mean? It doesn't mean...
It means it's an azimuth direction 180 degrees from north in a horizontal orientation, as per your definition when you went and looked it up, Rob Noxious. It's a flat orientation, only capable of describing it in the horizontal orientation that the degrees in the horizontal are described from north with. It's called azimuth.
Respond, please.
Sorry. I'm getting crazy too a little bit. This guy just I got him on the ropes, dude.
So this guy, so it's another ad hoc. Hear that? There it is. Right, another metaphor. He's saying he's telling me don't grandstand. What, with your use of flat prerequisites in the form of azimuth? Don't grandstand. Why? Because now he's saying, after telling me not to grandstand, that he's got me on the ropes. Like, these people are completely delusional. Commenting. I'm being told I'm on the ropes. I point out he's used south, it's azimuth, it's flat. I'm told I'm on the ropes. No, I'm not.
I'm confused who's getting raped here.
Because I said, okay, fine. Let's say it's flat south. Just show me.
It is. It is flat. Let's not say it. It just is. It's not up for debate. It's not contentious. It's not let's agree that it's south. Yeah, this is something that, again, props to John for pointing this out, that there's a little tactic where you take something that's a prerequisite, an axiom, a fact of Earth measurement, and turn it into an if statement. Well, in this debate that we're obviously having, it's definitely a debate, I'll temporarily accept your flat measurements of azimuth just for the sake of argument. It doesn't mean I accept azimuth is flat, because it potentially couldn't be. It is. Absolutely, without question. It's a bit like conspiracy cats. I'll give you a flat earth for that when describing prerequisite planar measurements for perspective. I hear that he's now suggesting that he hasn't said that. That's what I've been told on the grapevine. So my response, all right, I want that on the record. I want to see conspiracy cats lie and say he didn't say that. I want to see it on the record, yeah? So we can metaphorically fist fuck him with his own words when he says, quote, I'll give you a flat earth for that, end quote, when detailing perspective. When talking about Blackpool, I'm pretty sure he's suggested that he didn't say this, like the lying fuckers every one of these globe-believing cunts are. That's what they are. That's what you've got to be when you're found out to be wrong, when you're shown to be incorrect, when you're utilising a flat planar measurement perspective. That's what you've got to do. You've got to lie about it. I didn't say that. Well, who gives a shit? First and foremost, it wouldn't matter if you didn't say, quote, I'll give you a flat earth for that, end quote, conspiracy cats. Perspective would still be measured planar. You're not the arbiter of it. Relinquishing historic quotes that you've said won't change how flat perspective is. Yeah? Rewriting history and gaslighting audiences don't change flat earth measurements. Just because you are now cited as specifically being attributable to your own quote when demonstrating perspective for Blackpool and saying, quote, I'll give you a flat earth for it, end quote. Yeah, you can change that history all you like by gaslighting an idiotic audience. But the reality is, it wouldn't matter if you did say it, it wouldn't matter if you hadn't said it, it won't matter if you managed to convince people that history isn't as recorded. That wouldn't matter either. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time Conspiracy Cats has tried to change history, right? Without the balloon, there can be no pressure. Yeah, he tried to deny that little quote as well, didn't he? Oh, they like denying the quotes that prove them wrong when they use them in their own arguments. In this case, linear distances aren't measuring up. Oh, really? Well, why are you using them then? Don't derive 8 inches per flat earth mile squared from flat earth miles and then tell me how the linear distances aren't adding up. That's idiotic. But the people who've used flat earth linear distances and have then had them subsequently pointed out as being flat earth linear distances or flat earth prerequisite surface planes for perspective descriptions want to be erasing their own words. Yeah, your words aren't really that consequential. We'd be measuring flat regardless of you twats on the internet. Don't worry about it. Don't concern your precious little head that you said, I'll give you a flat earth for it. That perspective that requires a flat earth. It doesn't matter that you said it. And said it you absolutely did.
Who took his channel over anyway?
Who?
Who took his channel over? Or he gave his channel to someone?
Oh, it was McToon, another guy that was sending me literally hundreds of proactive messages. Yeah? And then offered me flat earth measurements of elevation angles from Antarctica. So what he had was his metaphorical head forced into a pillow, held down, and then fist fucked violently with his own elevation angle measurements. That's McToon. Now, obviously, you don't have to proactively contact me hundreds of times. Maybe you'd like to moan about metaphorical fist fuckings that you get with your own flat earth measurements that you all made there. Other than Dave Dumbass McKeegan couldn't quite cope with levelling a tripod to the equatorial plane to measure flat earth prerequisite elevation angle measurements for a 24-hour period like you all did. Other than Dave, right? Dumbass Dave McKeegan. Yeah? But McToon even called me. Like, literally the 100th contact he proactively made to me, another man that he seems to like contacting. I suspect this man might be a homosexual, given the hundreds of messages he proactively contacts me with. I can only assume the man's attracted to me. He's literally phoning me up to tell me what he's doing with his day. What's that you say, McToon? You're measuring Earth flat with elevation angles again? What's that? Guns, you say? That's you, Toon. This is an elevation angle. Yeah? Maybe you could clutch your pearls and tell me how threatened you feel by all of this. It is. You defined it, you fucking retard.
I know. Cool. Show me.
Yeah, cool. So there's no debate here, you stupid spastic. It's not up for discussion. We don't need to agree about it. South's flat. You, a fucking moron, described it as being the bottom of something. Then I ripped you a new asshole.
No, you didn't. It's about...
Really? So is South the bottom of something?
Yeah. Yeah,
please don't swear on my show. Please don't swear on my show. Thank you.
Again, this happened yesterday and it's happening today. I say people like to steal my catchphrases. Like, said thousands of times, please don't swear on my show, right? On the live show. Now, in this particular instance, I've given a pre-warning to anybody who's watching live that there's going to be language. And there is, right? But this guy, or girl, I can't quite tell, is now telling me to mind my language on his show. Now, this guy hasn't got a show. I've got a show. Now, I get it. His suggestion, with my own words, is that I'm a hypocrite. And I am. Don't swear on my show. I will do whatever the fuck I like on my show. You will do exactly as I tell you. That's the reality. Now, he wants to say, well, that seems hypocritical. Do as I say, but not as I do. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I run this castle. And if you're in it, you'll do what the fuck I tell you. Now, you don't have to like that. You could get lost. You don't have to be here. Nobody's twisting your arm. You came through the portcullis, didn't you? Yeah? Or in the case of Toon, stood outside shoving notes through, telling me about some challenge where he measures Earth flat hundreds of times. Like I say, I can only assume this man is sexually attracted to me, given the amount of proactive contact that he's had with me. That's McToon. Yeah? Now, by metaphor, all I do is go, what's that you say? Measured Earth flat again? You keep your head down there, Toon. You don't like these elevation angles shoved up you? What's wrong with you? Stop contacting me then. I mean, I assume you wanted this. Isn't this what you want? Isn't this why you're contacting me constantly? You want them shoved up your asshole. I can only assume.
You'll kindly be asked to come again. Please don't come back with sock accounts. You'll be welcome back the next show.
So now, literally, they're mimicking me. Yeah, imitation is the highest form of flattery, lads. Yeah? I mean, you can steal my dulcet tones all you like, but there's only one Nathan Oakley.
Thank you.
For South's Flat, you used it.
Nathan, tell us about how you just
I know
Rob.
all your arguments. I've been studying you, Nathan Oakley. I'm ready for you, buddy.
Okay, and you put it to me that we would go to South America. I put you out the South's Flat. That's the end of the discussion.
Go ahead. Someone else beat him up.
Yeah, you just got demolished with your own words.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Wait, Nathan, you think you just demolished Rob?
Yes, absolutely.
Do I think you just?
Give us the meta.
So now we've got the Black Knight telling me that he'll bite my legs off. Did you think that just by removing his arms, legs, and head, and then shoving a fist-shaped dildo with the word azimuth written up on its side up his arsehole as he lay bleed, you think that's a win? I mean, what's wrong with you? He'll bite your legs off. Already, you haven't even finished a sentence and you're stuttering through it. I think you just stuttered and you haven't even finished one sentence.
I'm a big time stutterer. Okay, give us the meta recap though.
We measure Earth flat with South.
Mantra engaged.
What happened with Rob?
Rob used South. I just said that. Mantra engaged. So this wasn't my claim, right? Degree in the horizontal from north, end quote, man claiming South America. It's nothing to do with me. But when I point out that you, every globe cuck watching this, clutching their pearls, I can't believe he described fist fucking McToon with elevation angles. I can't believe he described Rob Noxious getting fucking raped with azimuth. I feel threatened. Right, sorry. Did you see his head in the pillow and azimuth being fucking rammed up him and thought that he had me on the ropes? You obviously got these little rose-tinted glasses where an absolute devastating defeat is actually a victory. Hey, Nathan. I was summarising it. You asked for a summary. Rob used a flat earth directionality.
Okay, and then what was your response? I couldn't hear you. Your mic was too quiet.
Now we're on to I can't hear you. He literally just had a back and forth conversation with me. And now he's back to I can't hear you. Yeah, you definitely can. I got these settings nice and tuned. Yeah, got a really high quality microphone. I know how much my audience can hear me. But this cuck, I can't hear you have this conversation we're currently having. The depths they sink to. He's a liar. Now we know he's a liar. He's in the middle of a conversation with me.
Rob was dominating you.
Then you've got a shitty system to listen to me on. Go and get a better pair of speakers, you dumb fuck.
Do you have any mics you can tell us?
I'm just saying I could hear Rob fine.
The Astra summary.
Okay,
Rob
let me post
used
again.
North.
Let me post again.
Maybe,
You guys,
maybe you should buy a
let's
mic
move
for
on.
me.
Move on.
Thought you were done, Rob.
I'm just fucking. Thanks for having a go, dude. Keep it Neil, dude.
Don't project your loss onto me. Yeah, it's no need to project your loss onto me.
Oh, it's all, listen, man, I always win. As long as I know there's a globe, I win. We can't lose. That's what I'm saying. Even a dummy like me is still going to beat you because I'm right.
This is what losers do. This is called coping. Yeah? So long as I know I'm right, then I'm right. So long as I know we've got a globe, then it's a globe. It don't matter that I've used south in an azimuthal direction measured in degrees horizontally from north, end quote, this man who's made his claim, and then been fucking raped with it. He's still a winner in his mind.
The great thing about it,
Rob,
I can be dumb as a
which
box of
way is
rocks. I'm
south?
still
Is
right about
south
the globe.
down?
Is south down? Is south the bottom?
Yep, yeah, sure. I'll go with you. Let's go. Yeah, south is down, baby.
No, it's not. You're a fucking retard. South is described horizontally with degrees from north in the horizontal. It's not down. That's also got a fallacy named after it, you dumb fuck retard. It's called the fallacy of wrong direction, where you ascribe altitude measurements to horizontal orientation in azimuth.
Oh, is he still going?
It's got a fallacy named after it. It's called the false direction fallacy, or wrong direction fallacy. No, south's not down. North's not up. These are horizontal measurements of Earth. Earth's measured flat for directions. Did you like my meta summary?
I posted in the side chat at 10:59. It's a Google. It's a zoom out of a Google Earth. So
Zero fucks given. Not a single word in acknowledgement. I have it put to me that we can travel to South America. I point out South's measured flat. Total silence. I mean, like I say, these people aren't justifying their win. They're having me on the ropes. No, we're just moving on without a single smegging acknowledgement of their absolute devastating loss that they've claimed is actually a victory. That's what you got to do. It's called cope. This is how you cope. Yeah? Maybe call the police. Maybe call social services. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
a minute ago, it came through Nathan's mic. I don't know who it was, but they said,
this is the same guy saying he can't hear my mic. Now he's going to describe accurately not only my mic, not something that's come through my mic, something that's been plumbed through my line via my server connection. He's now going to describe how eloquently and beautifully I can transfer a completely different hangout to him in such clarity that he can make out someone who isn't even me. Yeah? Same person. Your line's not working. Your mic's not working. Yeah, just liars. That's what you got to do to cope. You lie. Like lying about having 30 million TikTok subscribers, lying about how South's down. Yeah, let's go with South being down. What, you dumb as fucking can't listen? Yeah, that's right. You're too stupid to even cope with listening.
Google Earth
that means on
has
some
flat
level, though,
coordinates.
he has to understand that he is lost.
Yep.
To appeal to cope, to react the way he has, he feels like a loser.
Yes, I was saying that. Listen to his voice. He was so dejected. And then to encourage himself, he goes, as long as I know where it's the globe, I can never lose.
So on this one, I don't remember what city it is, but south it would be down.
Yes.
And then I zoomed out slowly. So because it zoomed out to be a globe, which obviously you don't believe is correct. So at what point do you think this map is incorrect?
When we measure it with coordinates, a coordinate's a flat Earth measurement, you fucking retard.
All the coordinates and measurements add up to a globe.
Right, what's a coordinate? Do you know what a coordinate is? How do we measure coordinates?
Hold on, Nathan, your side said if we want the flat map, go to Google. So I did. but it shows a globe. So at what point does it become incorrect? Or are you saying
when you measure elevation profiles with it? Do you want the answer, or are you going to keep talking? Do you want the answer?
Good map.
Do you want the answer? Are you going to shut up?
I wasn't done talking.
You asked a question.
But obviously, you have something you want to say, so go for it.
You asked a question. I'm going to answer your question about at what point does it show that it's flat. When we show the measurements with an elevation profile, that was already explained.
Also, the globe that he's appealing to right now is a floating coordinate system in which they have the zeniths diverge, but they are still planar in nature. When you look at that sphere on your computer screen, it's flat. Sorry.
Okay, so at what
elevation profile, you stuttery fucking retard.
Okay, now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to talk. Thank you. Okay, so because your side, I think, was
stuttery elevation profile, you stuttery fucktard.
Where I don't.
Can't hear nothing.
I was on mute, wasn't I? Fucking hell. So he's going to stutter his way around the exact same shit, right? Rather than acknowledging the response, which is that we've got elevation profiles. That's the answer he's actually received. What he's done instead is stuttered his way around a repetition of the exact same shit, because he doesn't know how to rephrase it in a way that sounds slightly different, the original repetition of it, that got a response elevation profiles. Hopefully I was off mute that time.
See anywhere.
You don't stutter. Yeah, you do. You stuttery little bitch. Yeah, you stuttery little bitch. Elevation profile. You stuttery retard.
Okay, you're getting triggered.
You're getting stuttery.
Why? I don't know why you get.
I don't know why you stutter. It's because you're getting fucking annihilated. That's why.
Yeah, you gotta talk slow. Just talk slow because he's gonna nail you on it, dude. You can't stutter.
Oh, I don't care. I don't. Okay, no, I don't. I grew up.
Nobody gives a shit how you grow up. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth, you fucking retard. Elevation profile on Google Earth shows how flat Earth is measured. Do you comprehend, you retard?
Where in Google Maps did they use that?
Elevation profile, you fucking retard! Sorry, can the audience just confirm that they can actually hear me? It wasn't actually me on mute, it's the audio streams. It's an issue in my
No, you're
YouTube.
good.
I think there was a section
just
one sec.
Did you hear what I said about his when he zooms out and it's a globe? Did you hear what I said about that?
I just need to confirm with the audience. You guys can definitely hear me, but it says this audio stream's current bitrate is 0, is lower than the recommended bitrate. And a second ago on the output, it was showing that there was no audio coming through to the audience. I assumed it was my mute button in, but it's not. It's the stream. Now I've got Divergent Droid saying no audio.
I can hear it now on YouTube.
I still cannot hear it on YouTube.
Okay. Sorry for the... I assumed it was me. I thought I was just not off mute because I'm looking down going, why is there no output audio? And now I've got a warning, so it wasn't actually me not pressing mute when I thought I hadn't. It's just the audio stream dropped out from YouTube temporarily. Hopefully my repetition still got through when I caught it. I'm glad I keep up the live stream preview because I can see when those sorts of things happen. So sorry about the audio dropout. My bad. Well, it's not my bad. It's nothing to do with me, actually. It's YouTube, but, you know. Nevertheless, let's continue. Sorry, John.
Did you hear what I said about the globe he zooms out to? What it actually is?
No, you gotta repeat it.
The globe he is appealing to when he zooms out is actually a planar floating coordinate system with diverging zeniths.
Yes.
So why do they keep appealing to it then?
I remember it being demonstrated to me once when Arwin went into it and started showing the transition. So they just integrated Google Earth with Google Street View and Google Maps. So you have this seamless transition from Street View up through Maps and then into Google Earth, right? And right out to what this guy's describing, where you can describe it from an elevation with the sphere demonstrated in their render, right? But as you moved around the map, you could see that the scale would radically alter at the same elevation. So you'd be at, I don't know, let's say 1,000 feet, just for round numbers. As you move your mouse over the terrain, the scale, I'll need to show this like on screen. So you're moving around. This is the area of the screen that you're looking at, and you've got a map on it, and you're at 1,000 feet above it, right? You're looking at your screen. And then you grab a bit of the map and move the map along. And in the right-hand corner, you've got a flat linear distance measurement for the scale, but it would grow and shrink. Like the scale would change as you moved around on the map. In other words, they've gerrymandered the maps so much and distorted them so much in the conversion process that as you move around it at alleged altitudes that remain consistent, the scale of the map has to change constantly in real time as you move around the map.
Okay, so Google Maps use the elevation profile?
No, I'm saying it for my fucking health.
Oh, so they did? Okay.
Yeah, you stupid spastic. It's not like I've told you where to go and look for it. You've zoomed out. All right, so is that a measurement
I think you're the one
on the zoom?
Like
Is that a measurement? How high did you get when you zoomed out?
It doesn't say. Wait, let me see.
So it doesn't offer any measurement of altitude.
5,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers.
That's a flat Earth measurement perpendicular to sea level.
No.
So if we zoom out far enough, it turns into a globe?
No. The altitude is a measurement. Excuse me. I heard you the first time say when you zoom out.
No.
Just in case the audience doesn't understand what's about to happen. This man's head has been grabbed. I've grabbed the back of his head, metaphorically speaking, and I've forced it into a pillow. Now I'm going to take his Google Earth zoom out with his flat Earth prerequisite perpendicular altitude. I'm going to ram that altitude up his arsehole. That's what I'm about to do to this man. He's about to get fucking raped with flat Earth prerequisite perpendicular altitude measurement. Linear altitude ascribed in feet. That's what he's about to give me, and he's about to feel the burn of it.
Are you going to give him
a radius, dude, a radius of 3959, which
Rob, was that
I'm
one
not.
deck
Wait, you need to hear that. Go ahead, one deck.
I was going to say that was one deck in real time. Go ahead, one deck.
Let's say, are you going to give him an arsey much angle?
Rob, idea of a
Rob,
globe,
you
a
can
sphere.
join the
Wrong,
queue
man.
to be raped again later, you dumb fuck. Shut up. No, mate, you gave an altitude. That altitude is acquired by measuring. You don't have to talk through me, I'm responding to you. We heard that you zoom out. Can we hear the little piggies squealing? Oh,
Yeah.
bless them. If you don't like the sight of the blood, and this might cause you to clutch your pearls or feel in fear of me, then maybe turn over and watch a few cat videos, you bunch of coward cucks. But the guys in the sideline can hear it, yeah? Rob Noxious can hear it. He can see that his compadre's had his head forced into the pillow, and he can see altitude about to get rammed up him. And he's like, oh no, let's pull him off, quick! Then I asked you for the altitude and you gave it. That altitude is measured from sea level. It's perpendicular to a master reference that's flat, called sea level. That's how altitude's measured. The only measurement ascribable to your, quote, zooming out is a flat Earth prerequisite perpendicular to sea level. What you did had a measurement when you zoomed out. Do you understand?
No, because earlier we established miles can curve.
So does the altitude...
That's a lie.
So now we've got, right, perpendicular altitude curving. Right, he's flashbacks, right? A whole world's flashing before his eyes as he's getting fucking raped. And he's gone, oh, where can I go to? I've heard mile measurements. I've heard linear. I must react the way that all my fellow ball-believing compadres reacted. And now he's bending a fucking altitude. Yeah? No. Perpendicular to sea level. Up. The vector. The directionality cannot bend. When you're describing altitude, not got bendy miles. I mean, you haven't got bendy miles in the horizontal either, or you can't derive deviations in the vertical from them. But the deviations in the vertical from them are simultaneously describable in the perpendicular for altitude. That's a linear distance in the vertical in miles. It cannot bend. I know you fart-sniffing, overgrown 12-year-old Batman T-shirt wearing wankers want to bend miles, but you're just idiots. Kilometers curve. So let's just get this squared away. Okay, they curve. Okay, miles curve. So is the altitude curving?
Hold on, I'm talking, dude. Did your mom not teach you manners?
Sorry, again, are we going to have McToon, the Christian police, on this man? Yeah? Now he's attacking a man's Christian mother. That's my Christian mother. Maybe McToon, the Christian police, is going to clutch his pearls. Maybe report this man to the police for how much fear he's inducing in him. The altitude measurements curve, fucktard.
No, I'm seriously. Did your mom not teach you how to have
Is it a straight linear altitude measurement, or is it a curved one, third time spastic?
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
No, the altitude's not fucking curving in miles or kilometres. It's a linear distance in perpendicular altitude measured from planar sea level. So no, the altitude ascribed in miles or kilometres that you gave when you said you zoomed out is not fucking curving, you stupid fucking retard. Did your mom drop you on your fucking head because you seem to think that altitude curves, you fucking retard?
You missed one thing, which was the sea level curves.
No, it doesn't. It's level. Level means having no part higher than the other. And to describe topographical deviations from that reference, it must and can only be flat.
Here, I'll pull it up.
How's the water on the Europe higher than lower or lower on the American coast at the same time if it's not fucking flat?
Higher and lower is a perpendicular altitude measurement with respect to sea level also. How high or low the water is described perpendicular to sea level for its ascribed altitude. Altitude is measured from sea level. Sea level is flat. Perpendicularity can only be afforded from a horizontal plane of reference.
Okay, I have the definition of level from the dictionary: adjective, having no part higher than another, conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. Conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's surface. I'll post that in chat.
That's a contradiction in terms. Having no part higher or lower cannot have a curve described. Right? To describe how high or low it is, if it has a curve, is described from the horizontal to describe the parts that are lower than a different part. So according to your definition, it is both linear, having no part higher or lower than the other, and deviating from a linear measurement when it's described as curving. Your definition's shite, it contradicts itself.
It's not deviating because all measurements are taken generally what you're talking about from the surface of the Earth. So when you're talking about the surface of the Earth, you can be measuring it and you're going around a curve, but as you're measuring your stupid miles and shit, the way you want to measure them,
yeah, we're back to this where I'm being told that they're my miles. Yeah? The guy who I'm speaking to, which isn't Rob Noxious, has made his claim, and his claim requires flat Earth perpendicularity. Now, it's never getting acknowledged. We just get told I can beg the question of sphericity that sits in defiance of its axiomatic level principle. Level, by definition, having no part higher or lower than another, is axiomatically in opposition to a curve. A curve is a deviation from horizontal, aka having parts lower than other parts.
You're not even adding it up. If that's the case, then why can't we see New York skyline from LA?
Imagine thinking that you're better at the dictionary than the people that create the dictionary.
I didn't say that. Now I've got to be lied about and misrepresented. I gave a specific outline for why the dictionary definition he gave from Merriam-Webster is a contradiction in terms. I outlined it specifically. Response: you think you're better than the dictionary. Got to misrepresent me to try and attempt to refute me. That's not what I said. I didn't say I was better than it. I said it was a contradiction in terms and then explained how it contradicted itself. Having pretty much saying the same thing, maybe I should keep my mouth shut on the live show, that is. I'm saying the same thing in the recording. No part higher or lower than
that's
another.
you saying you're better. That's
I'm
you
finished
saying that the
talking. My bad.
dictionary-
So while I reiterate the clarification of why the dictionary definition sits in opposition to itself, aka a contradiction in terms, he's interrupting me with the same exact misrepresentation. No, as you re-explain how it's a contradiction in terms, I'm going to reassert through the top of you that you say you're better than the dictionary. That's the tactics. Shout out to Sensual Goat. Hold on just one sec. Shout out to Sensual Goat. Why is it on screen? Oh, there we go. Who says, great bunch of short videos recently. I should really shout those out, and then we'll come to One Deck in just one sec, if you can hold that thought, One Deck. I put out a financial call to action. If you can afford to support me, then go to the Coffee link or PayPal link or whatever and support this show if you can afford to do so. However, if you are one of the people that cannot afford to do so, which is perfectly legitimate, then go to the shorts videos, as Sensual Goat is alluding to, and go and just share them with somebody. They're all sanitized. There is no swearing in them. They've been reduced in size to remove the swearing and a little swoosh sound over the top where the swearing would have been, if there is any, and it's very limited in terms of the swearing that was in it to begin with. So if you want to support the show and you don't necessarily have the financial means to hit the PayPal link or the Coffee link or become a Patreon, just share one of my shorts videos. They are ideal for the current raft of people in the arena of Flat Earth, and indeed newbies who may have heard these arguments on the periphery. That is to say, they are approached from the point of view of the standard fair arguments that are put forth and argued about all day long in the arena of Flat Earth, but with me pointing out the Flat Earth prerequisites that are whistled past. That is how Earth is measured flat, to suggest there's an argument. Like here, we've got people who are telling me, well, if we go to South America, it's like, well, if I now entertain the idea that South is antipodal, then we can continue to have this argument as though Earth's a sphere, with me saying it isn't. If I point out that Earth's measured flat for South, the argument ends. I mean, it doesn't. I get told that I'm put on the ropes and stuff. Thanks for the super chat, Sensual Goat. I'm rebutting what you said. I'm rebutting about One Deck. Sorry, One Deck. Go ahead.
It wasn't major. I was just saying, if you ask these guys to draw a level line and a curve line, there would definitely be a difference between the two.
Yeah, I mean, you'd need to figure out how much parts are lower than other parts to describe it as a curve. But simultaneously, you want that to be called level. That's to say having no parts higher or lower than another. But simultaneously conforming to the sphere's curves that have got parts lower than other parts.
One definition,
you said that I decided I was better than the dictionary. That's not what I did. Now you're just yamming through the response. You've put something to me and I'm responding to it. You suggest I'm better than the dictionary in your estimation based on what I've said. My response, no, I didn't suggest the second attempt. It's just, no, only the misrepresentation of what you said will ever be heard. I will continually yak through the top of me, clarifying that which has been misrepresented by reasserting it continuously through the top of you. No, you're just saying you're better than... No, I haven't said I'm better than the dictionary. I've pointed out where the dictionary contradicts itself. But I'm not being tolerated to reiterate that. It's only the misrepresentation that's being tolerated.
Well,
I didn't suggest I'm better than the dictionary. I described the contradiction. My God, you just cowards. You cowards. Second time I'm responding and you've ignored and rinsed and repeat your suggestion. No, I'm not suggesting I'm better than the dictionary. Third attempt. What a coward. What a complete coward. What a complete coward.
It's really easy.
What a coward. I heard you. Yeah, I heard you tell me I think I'm better than the dictionary. I heard your suggestion. I'm responding to it, but you're a coward, so you can't help flapping your gums through the top of me. No, the contradiction in terms is why I said your definition's shite. Having no part higher or lower than the other is in complete contravention of the description of curvature. If it's comporting to a curve, then we'll need a horizontal to describe the curve with respect to, like 8 inches per mile squared. It's a deviation from a horizontal linear measurement to describe how much it's not having low part higher or lower than the other. And even though I'm explaining it for the fourth time, it's now another little coward bitch who's already suffered a severe raping at the hands of me with his azimuth is now piping up and pulling me off another cunt who's decided to misrepresent me 3 times and yak through the top of me. I get control of one cunt and another cunt comes in. Now, people don't like the fact that when I finally got hold of the back of their fucking hair, I'm going to metaphorically force them into a pillow and ram azimuth up their arseholes, or in this case, dictionary definitions that are incongruent with their own words. Having no part higher or lower than another means level. To describe a curve is to describe parts that are lower than other parts. But they don't want to hear it. They want to tell me that means, that being me pointing out an inconsistency and contradiction in terms, is me saying I'm better than a dictionary. And that's all we're going to hear.
Well, you're going to hear Rob Noxious in the background screaming Eratosthenes. So he's one of the idiots that still thinks Eratosthenes proves Earth's a globe.
I'm still being interrupted by Rob Noxious. Why is it that these cowards can't help but hear the absolute devastation? I've got to hear this wanker talking to the top of me. What a complete wanker.
Eratosthenes measured Earth's flat.
Okay, first of all,
it might be an opportune moment to say, where's the mod? The guy that piped up earlier that was telling me we take it in turns here? Where's he?
first of all,
You can hear Rob Noxious in the background, though, saying... Sorry, mate.
Eratosthenes.
Angles from a curve.
Yeah, he was angles from a curve.
Yep.
I'm back and forth with Nathan on this. So
You're totally
it's
losing
not
the
my.
debate, bro.
Someone
Nathan,
shut
it's
Rob
not my
Noxious up. He's
dictionary.
ruining the
It's not
discussion.
my dictionary. Nathan,
Someone's
it's not my
ruining the
dictionary.
discussion. It's Rob Noxious. Can we shut him up? Because there's no point in having
And
this
you
conversation. We can only hear Rob
you
Noxious
said you
interrupting.
don't-
He's still doing
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Until he gets removed, we cannot carry on this conversation.
Okay, Okay,
ahead.
so it's not my dictionary. It's Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition. And you just, after saying that you don't think you're better than the dictionary, then you basically went on to say that you think this definition is not good.
I said it was a contradiction. I didn't say not good. Those words didn't cross my lips, you lying cunt. Stuttery, shut up. I heard you. Not good, end quote. Shut up. I heard. Now don't be a fucking coward. Listen to my response.
Contradiction is bad for a dictionary.
I didn't say it was bad. I said it was a contradiction in terms, and then I described. Oh my God, I'm not going to get to respond to a coward. Can you only mute
talk
me?
a lot.
You can only mute me.
Back and forth.
You can just mute me, right? So it's a contradiction in terms
no
because to
power to
have
mute you.
no part higher or lower than another is contradictory to being curved. That would be having parts lower than other parts. So the definition,
Therefore, it's a bad definition.
My God, it's the 6th attempt. No, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, so it's a bad.
No, I'm just not going to talk to you.
So it's a bad definition, right?
I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Somebody else.
What's funny is you sat there and let Rob talk all over you for like 20 minutes. He absolutely died.
You let Rob be a complete wanker for 20 minutes. Therefore, I should get away with talking through you and muting you constantly. He got away with it constantly. It's just slightly different to Nathan mutes people. He was allowed to mute you for 20 minutes. That's what he's just said.
Dominated you. I don't know why I trigger you more than Rob does, but let's bring Rob back.
He's a fucking
Well, I would like
retard.
to-
I don't even know why
I
he's
wouldn't mind
wasting so
hearing.
much time here.
Go on, whoever that was.
That was me.
That was the video.
I have a question. Oakley, is east a straight horizontal line?
It's a degree in the horizontal when you describe azimuth. Who was the lady that wanted to ask something? Go ahead.
So go ahead and answer that. Is
I did.
east a straight horizontal line?
I did. It's a degree from north. In the horizontal.
Is it a straight horizontal line? Why are you running from the question?
It's
Simple yes or no.
Sorry, I answered. It's a degree from north in the...
Is it a straight horizontal
Sorry,
line?
can
Do
someone
you have
remove
problems
this
here?
cunt? This cunt that's interrupted my response that I've given
How come
3
you
fucking
can't answer the
times.
question?
I did.
Is east... You can't answer it.
Again, complete misrepresentation. Is north straight, horizontal? Yes, it's a degree from north in the horizontal. Can't you answer the question? I did answer the question.
Is east a horizontal straight line? You said that about the south.
Yes, it's horizontal.
Let's see if you can say it about the east.
Yes, it's horizontal. It's described from north in a degree. It's called
Is it a
azimuth.
straight? Is it a straight horizontal line?
Yeah, horizontal, yes.
Is it straight?
Yeah, have you never... Yeah, these people are complete wankers. Yeah? I answer him. It's clear. Everybody hears. So does he acknowledge the answer? No, he repeats the question and suggests that I haven't offered him an answer. Total wankers.
But you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to say, is it straight? And now they've got a difference between straight and curved.
Well, it's also, now that I'm hearing it again, what he's also trying to do, because he asked you east, is east a straight line? So what he's going to do is point out by way of AI that east and west are great circle routes and therefore not straight. Not
Yeah, and
straight.
if you keep going east, you come back on yourself. That's where they're going.
Well, that's a misnomer. That's why I was careful with my answer.
Exactly.
East is a derivative value. The absolute direction's north, right? So what have we got on a compass? Does the compass ever point east? No. It only ever points north. And a derivative value can be described with azimuth from north in a degree. That's how it functions. Yeah? So I was quite careful with my answer in terms of, no, it's a degree from north when you describe east. Azimuth is how it's described. I've given him a carefully pondered answer. But what he's essentially doing is wriggling around because I haven't fallen victim to his gotcha that he thought he had. That's all he's doing. He thinks he's got a gotcha. I haven't fallen victim to it. So he can't hear anything other than the answer he wants. There's a gotcha answer. He's not getting it, so he doesn't know what the fuck to do. So he keeps misrepresenting me and saying I haven't answered when I have.
Right. And when people that are new to this don't understand the nuance you have to go through to avoid this gotcha BS, then that's what gives them the little bit of boost of endorphins when they can pull the gotcha. And but the measurement of the degrees is from your compass, right? It's always from your vantage point or your orientation on Earth. And then they quickly zoom out to the AE map or whatever map and go to their circles and stuff. It's
Yeah,
they're grasping.
He's trying to describe a double parameter laying horizontally on the ground and from north to east, and say, but it's curved on the outside side from horizontal.
Have you used a fucking compass?
Checkmate. Then why do you end up back where you started, idiot?
Yep.
Well, no,
you can't show it.
Because if you're flying around the globe, you're flying down.
He's been navigating east.
If you're flying in the AE model, you're flying like left or right if you're going around.
Notice how he can't answer the question, is east straight? Because it destroys.
Notice how he's now misrepresenting the fact that I have answered the question about 4 times at this point. So I didn't get the gotcha answer that I wanted out of him. Therefore, I'm going to suggest he didn't answer me. Total lies, complete scum.
Yeah, I get you there, Nathan. Yeah, you've not answered the question how I wanted to answer you. That's what he's saying, isn't it?
He's running from it like a little coward.
You're talking about maps. Like you're
is east straight to you? Hold on. I was wondering to him if you think east is straight, Wesley. Do you think east is straight?
This is for Nathan, but no, it's not straight. So Oakley, will you answer it? Or are you going to run away like a little baby coward?
He answered it 5 fucking times.
Nathan's running away from like the left.
For my audience's benefit, I've now got a diagram on screen that shows azimuth and degrees with north, south, east, and west described in the horizontal diagrammatically.
He gets on our ass. He can't answer directly on this question, and now he's running.
Yeah, I've got a diagram
Double
on screen
standard.
for my audience, so the viewing audience who gives a fuck about this can see my visual depiction of north, south, east, and west described horizontally with degrees. It's called azimuth.
You can't answer the question. Why can't you?
Just for my audience's benefit, while these fucking cowards tell me I haven't answered, for your benefit, in my audience, you can see azimuth marked. Azimuth A, and then degrees in the horizontal described from north.
You got 9 views. You got 9 viewers now. Good for you.
So this is an ad hominem attack. So I've been asked if West, upon the 7th rendition, I've had to say, right, well, because these people won't listen, I will represent that which I've answered about 6 or 7 times to the audience with a diagrammatical example. Now, they can hear me doing that. And upon hearing that I'm presenting it as though I'm going to present it as live to an audience that at this point does not exist, I'm essentially bluffing. When I say, for my audience, there isn't an audience. Yeah, unless you're a member, which wouldn't have got it in this format anyway. Nobody received this live It was just part of my endless recording of whatever's happening if I'm on the computer. The live show's already finished. The uncut and after show's already finished. This is ancillary to both the shows that have been trimmed out and presented to an audience. Then I'm just sat around with people, chit-chatting. And after the fact have decided, no, this is worthy of publication. But in the middle of the discourse, back and forth, on my screen, I've represented azimuth with directionality as you can see it. This diagrammatical example on screen is what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it to them, and just representing it to a fictional audience at the time that doesn't even exist yet. But as a consequence to me saying, okay, if you want to ignore me 6 times when I answer your question quite directly and deal with what you've asked me about the horizontality, straightness, end quote him, of east, and then I carefully phrase an answer, that's to say it's a degree from north, and then diagrammatically represent it for an audience that doesn't exist yet, I get an ad hom about how many viewers I currently have. Now, currently I've got in excess of 50 people watching this live stream, but at the time, as I say, that this recording was being made, there was no audience. Store east is horizontal and straight. Here it is diagrammatically exampled from a navigation manual. It is ipso facto flat and horizontal, straight and linear, described with azimuth, only capable of description in the horizontal.
Entertaining person on here. We don't need to hear anything you have to say, Leslie. Just shut your mouth.
Okay.
You're literally the most boring human being. You're a woman. You're a boring, feminine, autistic piece of garbage. Shut up.
Thank you. Thank you, White.
Nice lab.
Taylor.
Good addition to the conversation.
But again, now we're into complete audio chaos. So I've been asked a question. The response has come 6 times. 0 acknowledgement because you're all cowards. None of you can even cope with this response that's been presented. So now we're talking about how feminine the hangout is, rather than an acknowledgement of the 7th rendition that's now diagrammatically represented for a later date to be presented to an audience that's being talked about hypothetically.
But we'll wait for Taylor to
Yeah, you're welcome. That's better than...
So while these guys argue amongst themselves, yes, directionality is flat. It proves Earth is flat. We measure Earth flat with direction.
I was saying that after both people insulted. It's not like we shouldn't do that. But yeah, if you do it first,
Wesley's gay.
Right, while these guys carry on, you can see it on screen for yourself. If you actually give a shit about whether or not directionality is flat Earth prerequisite or not, here's the diagram to show it is.
Yeah, he's still talking.
I didn't know.
He's still saying it's flat and shit. This guy's like, it's flat.
Yeah, I've got a diagrammatical example. So this guy's asked if it's flat and given an exact example of it being flat after being asked if it's flat and showing it's flat with diagrammatical examples of its flatness from a navigation manual. What am I hearing to make sure that the Discord can't hear what I'm saying on the 7th attempt? This guy's just saying it's flat and stuff. Is he still just saying it's flat? That's what we're hearing. Yeah? By cowards muting me. That's what's happening. Example of it on screen. It is flat. It's called azimuth. It was defined earlier by Rob Knox.
It is.
He was trying to be respectful, but
he stuttered.
Guys, this room is out of my domain. Nathan can run his own little show how he'd
So was this the host telling me that I can run my own little show however I want while I'm in the public bit that I don't have control over? Yeah? This is the guy that came along early and told me that we take turns here. So he's still there. He's still hosting. He's still modding. He's just tolerating people consistently talking through me on 6 attempts to answer a question that's been posed to me directly. This moderator, what's his name? Riggs? What a useless twat. Oh, right, so we take it in turns, do we here, Riggs? Now you're telling me how I could be in control of this. Well, I could be the one getting the blame for putting people who consistently interrupt every single rendition of the reply they've said that hasn't come. You could be doing something about that, but instead you'd prefer that I was in charge? I can run my little show however, and there is no show. Yeah? But he's heard that, hasn't he? He's heard me talking about me presenting the diagram to a later date audience that technically doesn't exist, or strictly speaking doesn't exist at all, at the stage that I'm saying it. It's for now. You are now the audience that's actually getting to see it. In the moment, there wasn't one. But I'm being told by the server operator, who hasn't given the tiniest of shites about the consistent audio chaos in his shit show of a server that I haven't got any control of, I'm not going to take responsibility for this audio chaos. I'm merely a guest without any control. But he has. He just hasn't taken it. He's a pathetic, shite host. Because he can't cope with all the people causing chaos. Me, I could just deal with it. I'll stay there for 8 hours to do what could have been done in a couple. Why? Well, because the server moderator can't control the endless stream of garbled interruptions. I'll be told we take it in turns. No, you definitely don't. And you haven't got any control over it. They're just running amok because they don't respect Riggs, the operator of the server. But he felt the need to tell me that we take it in turns while he's piping up and telling me, you could be getting in trouble for muting people here, you know? Yeah, I could. Instead, I'm just looking down my camera at Riggs and addressing him personally. You could be taking control of your shit show, your little shitty server that's got audio chaos in it. You were responsible for this. I was there on a neutral platform. And what we got to hear was constant audio chaos as what I say got muted. Yeah? I mean, we had some pathetic pearl-clutching coward homos like McToon at the sidelines not saying anything, and then at a later stage, after not saying anything, not doing anything, living in fear, accused Neil of not being a Christian and not doing anything when neither did he. Nevertheless, that's what we have to deal with on so-called neutral platforms. I'll be told that we take it in turns, and when there's a complete shit show, yeah, filibustering and talking through every single response that's suggested not to have come, we'll get the moderator piping up going, you know, I could move you into a room where you did have control. Then you'd be blamed. Nah, it's all right, Riggs. Your little server is shite. It seems to be audio chaos because you haven't got a fucking clue how to control it, have you? No, Riggs is a useless shit.
Like, you know, if you'd like the moderated open discussion.
No, I'm good. I'm good, Riggs. Yeah, I can hold their heads into pillows and fist fuck them with their azimuths without a mute button. I'm good. I don't need to be in control of the server. Neutral platform, they all cry until they're all getting fucking raped. And then they want to give me the mute button so they can blame me for some injustice. These are the same people with the fucking Batman logos on their t-shirts that want to go, he was muting me, he had control. Yeah, I don't though, do I? Yeah? I'm just dealing with it. Yeah, I can cope with this utter shit show. The lies that come my way when I'm told I'm not answering questions that I've unequivocally answered 7 times. I can cope with that.
The wide stream's still available, so just try to be nice, please.
Thanks, Riggs, for hosting.
Sorry, just try to be nice. Was that the extent of your moderation? Not we take it in turns here. Just try to be nice. Really? Where were you when my mother was being dragged into this? McToon will not be impressed. She's a devout Christian. She's not even there and she's being dragged in. Didn't have anything to say then, but now we need to all be nice to each other. Now I'm pretty sure I'm being ad-hommed 6 ways from Sunday.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Riggs. It's pretty awesome, man.
I wanted to hear about their measurements, if that's possible.
Sure. Measurements.
Yeah, what kind of measurements you want? We got all the measurements. All the measurements.
She wasn't asking you.
Yeah, start with your favorite.
I don't think she was asking you, Rob Noxious.
She asking me? Oh, yeah. I bet you hope she was, because you ain't got no measurements. That's why you hope she's asking me, because you don't have none.
Not.
That's why I know she's talking to me.
Azimuth measurements.
Wait, Taylor, was that for Nathan? This is Nathan's show.
What do you want to know? You got circumference. We got radius.
I was asking.
We got degrees. I mean, we got everything.
Yeah,
man.
that one.
We can show you. Yeah, we can show you a triangle. Equals 180 degrees on a globe.
Can you demonstrate that? Can you tell me about it? Are you talking about horizontal axis?
No, talking about azimuth.
Actually, you know what? I can demonstrate. I can demonstrate it live. I can do an experiment live before Nathan Oakley ever even did one live in 12 years. I can do one right now.
Go ahead, present whatever you got. The measurements.
Well, I mean, I'm not in charge here. If someone gives me the option to share a screen, I'll share my screen, turn my camera on. I'll have multiple experiments in my garage. I can show you one that directly proves what you're saying.
In your garage to prove curvature?
Man, that's the science.
He has a curved
garage curving? Yeah,
No,
whoever did your
I
house
can show
plans,
you.
Let's make sure Nathan's getting enough attention.
whoever did your
No,
house
this
plans
is all for
messed
Nathan.
up.
Yeah, I can show you how 390-degree triangle or 390-degree angles can make a triangle.
Can you present
you show me
these,
that?
like whatever?
Taylor,
measurements
do you think your garage floor is flat?
I don't need to present. I can present it. I can present it. I can
That's
show,
so
I can
weird.
literally show
She
you.
thinks her garage floor is perfectly flat. Then why are there puddles that form on your garage floor?
Yeah.
I don't know how puddles that form.
Wow.
Hey, Nathan, can you
You know
say
what?
Nathan? Can you say garage?
Here's a better one. Do you
I
think
guess my
that a
roof would be
cue ball is
leaking.
flat? Do you think a cue ball is smooth?
Cue ball
Yeah,
debate,
cue
false
ball.
equivalence, false
A
dichotomy.
billiard ball. You know what a billiard ball is?
Yeah.
I
what
just say it for my audience because nobody's listening. False equivalence, begging the question, false dichotomy.
about
Do
to
you
the
think a
atomic
cue
level
ball is smooth?
We don't live on a cue ball.
But depends on how smooth you consider smooth.
Do we measure a cue ball with azimuth?
Well, I would just give the honest answer, and I wouldn't really try to think over. I would just say, yeah, it's pretty smooth to me
Some
when I
people
touch
say
it.
yes, some
But
people say
then
no.
when you really look, well, the people who don't want to be wrong ever will never say anything. They just float in the middle because they just want to ride the
Well,
big
that's why I
wave
asked
of
your
lies.
standard is smooth.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows that a cue ball is smooth. You grab a cue ball, they're smooth. I mean, you don't have Spider-Man fingertips. You're not, down to the molecular level looking at a cue ball. But we all know they're smooth. But in reality, when you do go down to that level, you find out there's more difference in the height of a cue ball from the max distance to the least of the greatest than there is between Mount Everest and the Mariana Trench.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's exactly why I didn't say yes.
It's a fact. They measured it, Puddles. It's a fact, dude.
Yes. This is a magic trick that's stolen from Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? So Neil deGrasse Tyson asserts that if you had Earth as a equivalence to a bowling ball, it's a false equivalence fallacy. You'd move your hands over the surface of that bowling ball and it would feel perfectly smooth. Yeah? That's to say that the difference between the highest mountain and the lowest valley would be imperceivable at that scale of a globe Earth. So it cements the idea that there's very little difference in the topographical deviations. All right. So would we need the measurements of the topographical deviations from sea level to measure the height of the mountain and the depth of the valley with respect to a common flat Earth reference at sea level, to measure all of the topographical deviations, to average them across the entirety of the linear miles we measure Earth with, to say how much difference there is from sea level, to then ignore all the flat Earth measurements of surveying to give us the altitudes perpendicular to sea level of the mountains, to then start where we're on a scaled version of a sphere where the flat Earth topographical deviations would mean that the ball is smooth. No, to have that scale comparison, we'd need flat measurements of the mountains from a sea level to describe their altitude with respect to a flat plane. That is precisely how we do measure Earth. But this starts, like most flat Earth arguments, with us assuming we're on a ball. And then we can argue about how smooth the ball would be, ignoring the flat measurements that get you to a ball with a 3959 flat derivative radial value, measured with elevation angle measurements off a flat plane, to then lend credence to the flat measurements of altitudes of mountains and depths of valleys from sea level, ascribable only to a flat plane, unless you automatically assume Earth has no sea level because it's a ball, invalidating all of the measurements used to make this comparison. He is correct. I just want to agree with Rob.
Anyway, I want to hear about Rob's measurements.
Well, he's just giving you them. He gave you the Mariana Trench and he gave you Mount Everest.
See, here's the difference. I don't have the claim to have measurements. I just use measurements that scientists and experts do. People with degrees and spend their whole entire life doing things. I'll take their word for it. For the most part.
Hey, when I was staying on the beach, I saw Anacapa Arch from 20 miles away every single day, and it's only 40 feet high.
20 miles is a linear distance. 40 feet high is a measurement from flat Earth surface level or sea level.
Yeah, there would be like 300 feet of drop over that distance, and I saw.
See, this sounds like a flurf, right? A flurf who's telling you, the audience, how much drop there should be, but isn't. Yep. So he's essentially in the controlled opposition PSYOP version of flat Earth, where as a flat earther, he's telling you how much drop's missing. So there should be drop from horizontal linear distances of Earth curve below the surface level we measured flat for his altitude at 40 feet above sea level. So he's got flat Earth distance in miles, a flat Earth elevation from sea level, and calculations that rely on parallel eye level. All flat Earth prerequisites, and he's ignored all of them. And he's now telling you, as a flat earther, how much drop should be there but isn't. So how does this wire you, the audience? It wires you, the audience, to hear how much Earth curve there should or shouldn't be. So it's geared around there being sphericity, or the lack thereof. Not about the flat measurements that get you there. They're all ignored, even by the flurf. Yeah, John.
I was going to say the way it was phrased there, it sets it up for that being a phenomena. It should be there, but it's not. Well, that's an occurrence. And so we need to science this monkey, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep. And if you had Jin in there, he'd be cheering that guy on.
I've got an example of this in my upcoming book in a chapter called Earth Curve, where there's a cartoon example of a guy talking to another guy. And the one guy goes, check it out. I can almost read the time off that clock on the island in the distance. What is it, like 10 miles away? That's amazing. And the guy next to him goes, what are you talking about? That clock isn't there. It's a slightly looming non-standard refraction holographic projection of the clock from behind the physical sphere edge horizon called Earth curve. Therefore, it's not a clock you can see. It's a mirage. What are you, some sort of stupid flat earther? And the guy who's seen the clock just goes, I just see a clock.
Saw it every single day, all the time. Anytime I want, just go outside.
300 feet of drop.
Anytime you want, time is a flat earth measurement.
Did Oakley just say that miles is a linear distance?
Yes, Nathan just said mile. What a revelation. Like on a scale of a map, yeah, miles are linear. Like horizontal ascribed verticality, when you describe altitude in miles, that's linear. When you describe deviation in the vertical from the horizontal at sea level, the miles are linear. Yes, when we measure Earth, miles are linear. Yes, it is.
Did Oakley just say miles is a linear distance?
Yes, the gentleman that was making. Can I answer him, or is it going to be five people talking while I answer him? Maybe 5 people responding while I answer him?
No, that was a real.
Maybe 5 people answering.
Wesley does fake.
5 people aren't me answering, Tim? I understand you're all terrified of me. Yes, the gentleman just described drop over distance. So the drop is derived from the horizontal distance. So no, Nathan didn't. The gentleman that just inferred sphericity with a mile distance. So again, I point out that I'm being misrepresented because I've not made any claims. Did Nathan say linear distance? I point out, no, there's claims being made by you dickhead ballers that utilise linear distance miles for drop with respect to them. And before I've got to the end of my correction to this guy's misrepresentation of me, he's yakking straight through the top of me. Mute button much.
Distance.
At 20,
you literally
I'm still answering. Oh my God, you bunch of
no
cowards.
Idea what you're talking about.
Complete bunch of cowards.
You're lost.
I'm being told how lost I am. I haven't inferred that we can take a horizontal mile and derive a drop for alleged curvature from a horizontal linear mile. That's not my claim. But I'm being called names, liar, suggested I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I haven't made these claims though, have I? But you need to misrepresent me as though I have in order to discuss this with me. And still what? Get me to whistle past how flat you all need Earth's measurements to be? To believe in a ball? No, those aren't my claims. But you will misrepresent them as though they are. Distance is linear.
Hey, Wesley,
to describe drop with respect to it, second
linear
attempt.
Distance is not linear. Good try.
How much drop do you have in a mile?
Type into Google Maps and you'll see that it's not linear, but it'll give you a distance. Why is that? Weird.
How much
deviation?
Stop,
eating microplastics.
How much deviation is there? Give it me in a measurement. Second time.
It can be any deviation. What are you talking about?
What's it deviating from?
A circumference is a distance that is not straight.
Here we go. I've already read this to Nathan 8 times and he didn't listen. A mile of distance can be measured along a curve.
So this guy thinks I need a repetition of this contradiction in terms that's already been taken apart about 3 times. So we can now hear the same exact contradiction in terms when a guy who's challenged me for my rebuttal to other people's claims that use linear miles, now we're hearing, instead of a response from the guy who put that to me and was corrected, same guy chirping up with his crap Merriam-Webster violation of the contradiction. The law of non-contradiction is being violated for about the 5th time by this guy. He thinks he needs to repeat it again.
Curved path, like a road, river, track, or earth surface. Or it could even follow along a function, like an x squared function, a trig function.
Can you put that up on a felt board for Nathan? It might help him and Joe Pesci next to him.
A trig function. That's a triangular function. Utilized with angles.
Yep.
Why would it bring that up?
How much
This guy
drop there
called
was
him
with
from
respect to
Antarctica.
the distance?
His arch nemesis called him from Antarctica and was like,
You
I'm
need
in
a
Antarctica
bit of
now.
white knight help.
I'm here
Don't need
right
to hear my
now.
response, right?
That
You
was
need,
just
you need
shit.
your own side, Rob, to speak for me, do you? To save you from me.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was muted. I didn't know.
No, you're right. You have as many white knights as you need, mate. You let me know when your white knights are done protecting you from me.
Hey, the point was I could see a rock.
He did call you from Antarctica. He called you from there.
The point was I could see a rock that was only 40 feet high, 21 miles away all the time, every single day.
I'll try and respond again. It's the 4th attempt. We'll see if you waffle through me. No, too scared to hear the response.
Story, bro.
I heard. Now I'm responding. The 40 feet you describe is a measurement off sea level. That's altitude perpendicular in the vertical. A measurement from a flat Earth. That's height. The distance that you ascribe to this
Affirming
island...
the consequence.
I haven't finished speaking. The distance you will acquire from the miles on a map, which are linear. That's the distance. So the height is measured from surface level, sea level, and the distance is linear as per the scale on a map. Both of your claimed measurements are with respect to a flat Earth. Right, if you're watching this and you're a flurf, what I've just done is make you all redundant. The current flat earthers of this world who think that they're fart-sniffing endeavours when they say, I see too far because I've got a flat earth measurement of mile distance and a flat earth perpendicular altitude measurement. Therefore, I can introduce a globe. Now, you're all shills for the globe. The current raft of flat earthers who are probably sitting there and are going to start clutching their pearls also like McToon, maybe tell me how scared of me they are and how in fear they are. Yeah? You are all helping the globe when you do this. 40 miles, flat linear distance measurement. End of discussion. Earth's measured flat for the 40 miles or 20 miles that this guy's appealing to. 40 feet, what, measurement perpendicular to a plane of reference called altitude. Yeah, that's 90 degrees to sea level. That's what your measurement requires. A flat plane to measure it. It's axiomatically required for the altitude and is in base principle linear and flat for the miles. So you don't need to say, because I've got flat miles measured from Earth's surface, demonstratable and practically usable in all circumstances for mapping and navigating and topographical deviations, because I've got this flat distance in miles. Oh, and also, I've also got a flat Earth prerequisite altitude from surface level in the vertical. Because I've got these 2 flat Earth measurements that I won't mention end the discussion because they're already a measurement of a flat Earth, I can say that when put through a begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking Earth curve calculator that accepts these flat Earth measurements without mentioning how flat they are, I can say we see too far. That's what you're doing, you bunch of idiot flat earthers. Now, I was one of you. And people, when you start doing this, saying, oh, well, yeah, you're going to start demeaning people by suggesting that you were once where they are. Yes, I am. I will demean the current raft of idiot flat earthers out there who ignore how flat they're measuring it to say how curvy it isn't. It's stupid.
No. Sea level curves, according to Merriam-Webster.
How much does it curve? What's it deviating from?
1 degree per 69 miles.
Level. The definition of level is conforming to the curved. Oh, let me pull it up. I don't want to say the wrong words here.
Right, 1 degree is an elevation angle measurement, receding for every 69 statute miles that are linear to describe the degree from. That's another. I haven't finished.
The level you see in your level.
My bad. I'm scared shit. Again, another example. Yeah, this guy has given the answer from the sidelines. 1 degree for every 69 statute miles. All right, so 1 degree for every linear 69 statute miles. So he's affirmed that which I've put to them multiple times. Now he's about to be rammed into a pillow and have statute miles rammed up his arsehole. Now, the people on the sidelines can hear that that's about to happen, so they all pile in at once. Shitless.
Linked to the
you
center
offered
of
me
the Earth.
1 degree for every 69 statute miles. I respond, don't get to the end. Fucking coward.
Stop stuttering, Nathan. It's nautical miles, not statute. Stop stuttering.
Also, why does your mic sound so terrible? Don't you have like 1,000?
So 1 degree is a flat Earth measurement from surface level. That's what the degree is. Do you not understand what a degree is? Let's just see if we can figure out whether or not you know what's being measured for this derivative value that I'm getting talked about through, as I describe it, on a flat Earth with a measurement of a degree. 1 degree for every 69 statute miles, you say? Well, you're going to need flat statute miles to derive the degree from. Like this on screen now, in the Hangout, polar axis, close enough in terms of a description of a degree declination. If you were to back away, here's the surface level angle measurement. That's 1 line that's straight, the vertex where you stand, and another line along the surface to complete an angle acquisition. Now, as you back away from Polaris, you will measure 1 degree of declination for every 69 statute miles you back away from the star. In other words, it decreases in angle as you move away in a linear distance along this line. Now, that is what they have presented to me. Now, no one wants to hear it. Of course, they want to hear their own voices. Nobody wants to be raped. When they can see me coming for the back of their necks and the pillow's already in front of them, they're going to squirm and writhe, and there's going to be people who jump in from the sidelines to try and stop the inevitable from happening. But happen it will. He's used flat Earth measurements. Now, again, if you're watching this and on the ball side, this is how it is from now on. This is what's going to be happening. This could be you. You could have the back of your neck forced into a pillow and then have linear distance and angle measurement from a flat plane rammed up your asshole by me. That could be you. You too could enjoy the pleasure of the metaphorical fist fucking that I will give you with your own flat measurements. You all absolutely use. He's just used them. It's a recession of... Oh, is it not?
Affirming the consequent.
All right,
tell me how you measure the degree then. How do you measure the degree?
Level. Okay, hold on. Level, this is from Merriam-Webster. Level adjective, having no part higher than another, conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's surface. That's what level is.
Liquid parts of Earth's surface.
Level is based on the core of the Earth. It's not based on the surface you're on. This guy thinks that the curve of the level you put on your hand is measuring some kind of level based on the ground you're on. It's all relative to the fucking center of the Earth. This guy's a clown.
So we're measuring from the center of Earth, are we? Sorry, just for the clarity of the guy, do we measure this degree from the center of Earth? Hello, spastics. Do we measure from the center of Earth? Fucktards.
No, Oakley. No, we do not. Oakley, do we measure it from the surface of Earth?
Yes, we do. Flat.
Nope, wrong.
Yes, we do.
When have you ever taken a
So for my audience, while this guy chants through me, just what this guy is currently saying, no. Elevation angles aren't from the surface. Oh, I see. So when we measure elevation, that's nothing to do with the surface? And it's just a flat measurement of angle like I had diagrammatically exampled. Yeah? That's him wriggling around like a little piggy. Yeah, because he doesn't like linear distance being rammed up him. He doesn't like elevation. That means from surface. angle measurement being from the surface level, as it absolutely must be. Now, obviously, you can take a diagrammatical example from the centre of a sphere Earth so that it can be used with respect to the equatorial plane inside a ball. It's still an angle with respect to a plane. It's just the celestial or equatorial plane inside a ball that gives you this angle from a plane that will measure. Now, obviously, we can't be measuring inside a ball. That was the point I just made. And his question, will we measure it from the surface? Answer, yes. No, not elevation. That's meaning from surface. Has nothing to do with the surface. That's the shitty response you get when your fucking head is forced into a pillow and then Nathan Oakley rams elevation angle measurements from a flat planar surface up your arsehole. That's what you'll do. Elevation doesn't mean from surface, as you writhe and wriggle and squirm.
He's turning McToon on. Slow down.
While this guy chants to me, I'll have to obviously help my own audience. I have a degree measurement of the sun so we can describe the statute miles with respect to the degree declination off a flat Earth. My diagrammatical example is on screen for my audience. Tell me again,
it's not from the surface. It's from the eye level, right? Or
eye level, yeah, that's a flat Earth prerequisite. You can't have eye level unless you've got a flat surface level to be parallel with.
What an idiot. That's correct.
So you said it was from the surface, but it's not.
Yes, on screen for my audience is the degree derivation from a flat surface that we use to measure 1 degree for every 69 statute miles. Yeah, this dickhead thinks he's got a little gotcha. So what we're measuring is elevation angles. And what he's saying is I can measure an elevation angle from my eye level. Like, yeah, you'll have to correct it to surface level, though. It's called dip correction. For it to be in respect to the surface, that's to say for it to comport to the definition of being an elevation angle, then you need to account for your elevation when you measure the angle with respect to surface level. That's what elevation means. The reason you're accounting for your height above the surface level is because it's specifically tied to the surface level. That's what elevation means. But he's suggesting it is crappy little, I think I've got
surface level if you're using the horizon. If you're using artificial horizon, you can just be parallel with the surface.
Yes.
Well, that's what line of sight is.
Yeah, well, if you're parallel with the surface level, then ultimately the angle doesn't change as you raise in altitude. That's a slightly different issue. But ultimately, to be parallel for an eye level, that is, as John just correctly pointed out, doesn't need a correction because it's automatically parallel with surface level anyway. Yes, the degrees measured from a flat surface.
Nope, it's not. It's measured from your eye level or the theodolite level, not from the surface.
Yeah, the degrees measured from level. That's correct. Parallel eye level, parallel with surface level. Yes, it's level to derive the degree.
If you're 6 feet up, if you're eye level, how is that?
Sorry, 6 feet up is a flat Earth perpendicular measurement from surface level also.
Oh, you take one from the exact the measurement?
Are you supposed to dig a hole?
Yes, the measurement is from surface level. You said 6 feet. That's measured from surface level. It's perpendicular. It's altitude. Total silence. So his misrepresentation is to say if I take it from eye level, it means it's got nothing to do with the surface. And then he ascribes how much altitude he's already acquired from the surface level in his description at 6 feet. My response. So 6 feet perpendicular to surface level, then what do we get? Total silence. Cat got your tongue, you stuttery retard? Altitude's measured from sea level. Fucking retard. The angle you describe for 1 degree for every 69 statute miles is a measurement of a degree from surface level or parallel eye level, end quote you. It's flat.
No.
No. On screen for my audience, is this man being raped? Yes, he is. Here's a diagrammatical example of how we acquire elevation angle measurements. They are from a flat surface. That's the only way there can be an angle.
No, it's not.
So my diagrammatical example from a celestial navigation manual's wrong. Okay.
Surface level.
Yeah, that's right. Surface level.
Do it from a mountain. You know that, right? Or no? You don't know
with
that.
parallel
Maybe you
eye
don't know
level?
that.
Yes, we can do it from a mountain. We'd need to know our altitude perpendicular to sea level, and then we'd use parallel eye level, end quote you.
Parallel eye level.
That's right. Eye level would have to be parallel to surface level for it to form an angle to give a degree measurement as you did. You require Earth be flat to derive the degree. The degree is an angle measurement. Two straight lines meeting at a vertex. That's the degree you appeal
I can't
to.
hear. There's two people talking. Can we go one at a time?
No, when I'm responding, somebody else must talk through me when I describe the flat Earth angle that is described as 1 degree for every 69 statute miles. I've got a diagrammatical example of it. It's the third one I put on screen while this fucking retard says no.
You said you took it from the surface.
Yes, that's right. You can take it from the surface or parallel with the surface at eye level, end quote you. You can use eye level, but you'd also need to know your altitude with respect to sea level when you use parallel eye level. That's how we measure angles. They're two straight lines meeting at a vertex.
Oh, so you're admitting you were wrong. So Nathan, you're
No, I didn't admit I was wrong. I described how flat angles were measured. And another scumbag move. Yeah, put something to me. I detail explicitly how elevation angles are described, how parallel eye levels parallel to surface level, how his ascribed altitude is with respect to surface level also, and then he misrepresents me. Suggests that I've lost. Complete scum. Measured from surface level or sea level. Altitude's measured perpendicular from sea level. That's not me admitting I'm wrong. That's you being a fucking retard.
Yeah, you said it was from the surface.
Know what an angle is.
So now you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Angles are measured with respect to surface level, and you can tell I'm starting to get tired. Elevation angles, specifically. Sea level, I've got diagrammatical examples scrolling by.
To surface level. That's the big thing that they're missing, right? You can do it from surface level, or you can do it with respect to surface level in a parallel.
As you say, no.
Yeah, so you were wrong about...
I'm not wrong. Angles are measured from surface level. Heights are measured from sea level. To have a parallel eye level, you need it to be perpendicular for the altitude and parallel for the eye level to function with an angle.
What is at eye
He's
level?
still talking. He won't even let you talk, Gatebreaker. It's weird.
It's okay. I interrupted. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you didn't. He's just yammering through like usual.
What about surface level and eye level for angles?
Okay, so we don't take it from the surface level. You agree with that
On
now.
screen
Thank you
now, a
for
diagrammatical example of surface level. It's celestial navigation. It's utilizing an equatorial plane for the angle and extended celestial plane for the angle. This is
But not from the
absolutely
surface,
unequivocally a surface level angle measurement. It's also derivative for latitude. We absolutely unequivocally do measure
level angle
degree.
measurement?
I've just been accused of talking straight through. Is he just talking straight through again? They all yak through the about third rendition of the exact same thing. That's been hand wave dismissed. Happy Friday, says Himsake. Loving the show. Really appreciate the support. Thank you very much for the super chat.
From eye level, if you're not on the
is it me causing this audio chaos? Degrees are measured from surface level. Yes, absolutely. We measure Earth flat for degrees.
No, you said from eye level. Which one is it?
Either. You can measure from eye level or surface level. They're parallel with one another.
So you've never taken a measurement from surface level, only eye level, right?
No, I didn't say that either. You're just making shit up.
So which one is it? Do people take it from eye level or from surface level? Which one, Nathan?
It's not my claim. You're the one
Well,
claiming.
you missed earlier, Wesley. Earlier, he admitted that he's never measured anything.
Oh, of course.
And a complete lie. At no point did those words cross my lips. Now this cunt has just got to make up lies and shit that I haven't said. That's what you got to do. When you're a glurf and you're losing badly, you'll squeal like a little piggy and spew out complete lies. Now, don't obviously ignore the fact that at multiple points during this particular exchange, I've been accused of lying multiple times. But that's what happens. They are literally lying about the words that have crossed my lips. They didn't. At no point have I said, I've never taken any measurements. Those words didn't cross my lips. This man's just a liar.
So we talked about...
I didn't measure that. I didn't admit that.
Yeah. Yep. So
When
do
I
you
said I
take it
measured
from the
scale on
surface
a map,
level or
it's
from eye
lying
level,
about me.
Nathan?
So I just couldn't clarify the lies.
Very simple question.
I've measured
Very
things
simple
with a
question,
map and
Nathan.
scale on
From
a map.
eye
I have
level?
measured.
From eye level or surface level?
For what? Again, I've already answered this guy. right? Which one? Well, you're talking about surface level and eye level, which are parallel with one another. It's an elevation angle specifically. I've already answered him, but now we're rinsing and repeating again. I assume this guy's got some gotcha that he's trying to aim towards. And because it's not quite hitting the mark, he keeps repeating the same exact question that's been answered multiple times. He can't cope with the response.
Where do you take angle measurements, from the eye level or surface level?
Depends on the circumstances.
When would you ever take it from surface level?
If you're in a boat, like in a lifeboat, trying to figure out your position.
they put their eyes in the water and take it from the surface?
No, they use a sextant.
You absolute moron.
Do you want an answer or not? No, you line up your sextant.
Yeah, go ahead. When do they take it from the surface? Go ahead. All yours.
With a sextant.
So they dip their sextant in the water and then take an angle measurement? Is that what you're telling us?
No, if you're on the water in a lifeboat, because your boat's sunk, then you'll, chances are, need to use that sextant to find your position with 90 degrees running out to each star you measure along the surface level for the angle. If you're already at the sea level...
Yammering. When do they take it from the surface?
Is this already, so literally in the middle of me explaining the scenario where at sea, in a lifeboat, you'd measure an angle. In the middle of answering his question, he demands an answer to his question.
Yep.
Okay, this is my fault. Well, dead.
I was just wondering, is that Eddie Bear? Sounds really familiar, doesn't it?
No, it's not Eddie Bear.
I'm explaining to him how we measure the surface level from a dinghy. He asked. I'm answering.
Go ahead.
I was until you interrupted me. I won't. I'm going to eat my pizza now because you're a fucking retard who doesn't understand our elevation angle.
No, you don't know. We have people here that use a sextant. You want to talk to people that use a sextant in real life?
What's the sextant measure? What's it
None
measuring?
of them take it half submerged in the water. I guarantee you that.
No, you're
Which
in a
is
boat.
weird that you would say
Sorry,
that.
I didn't. You're just making it shit.
Listen, do they get onto a lifeboat first? Like,
Sorry, just going to
substitute
what I did say for something.
You got to be on a
Or a
dinghy.
coward.
Must be on
You got to be on a dinghy.
liar.
But for some reason, you dip your sextant into the water so your eye level's at the water level. What an absolute
They can't accept what I say at face value because they can't contest it.
Hey, at the water level or mere inches above the water level, tends to show observations would show concavity. So I don't think any of you guys agree with that. So what's the how can we resolve these differences?
So we're talking about an elevation angle from a dinghy.
We're talking about
I'm answering his question.
At the surface, or near the surface.
My God.
But
waffle happy wanker.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I will if you shut the fuck up. We're measuring elevation angles from surface level. That's what they are.
Please don't swear on my show.
It's Nathan's show. We're in the Coliseum. We're all here for him. So that's what it is.
If you do, you'll be kindly removed. Please don't try
that's
to
what it is. That's what it is. Go ahead.
Tomorrow.
Meanwhile, we measure from the surface level. They're called elevation angles. Elevation is specifically about the surface. It's elevation. Total silence.
It seems we got lost. Where were we? Elevation of what? Can you explain?
Oh, really?
Complete silence after about the 8th attempt to point out that, yeah, we can measure elevation angles. They're flat earth prerequisites. They're measured from surface level, 90 degrees running out to the star. That's all been heard. When it comes through without 100 different people all chat skanking through the top of me, where are we exactly? We're with the flat earth measurements that we're measuring from a dinghy.
Exactly. Elevation from what?
Yeah, the angle is from surface level when you describe like a degree. For example, if you describe 1 degree for every 69 statute miles, that's a degree with respect to the surface. When you measure Polaris as an example, as you back away from it and measure from the surface level with an angle, it will decline at 1 degree for every 60 nautical or 69 statute miles measured with an angle in degrees from a flat surface. That's how it works. That's how it functions. On screen now for my audience, the glorified protractor that you'd be within on the equatorial plane when measuring degrees from Polaris with angles measured in degrees from a flat surface from 90 to 0, zenith to equator. That is a flat earth only measurement of degrees with 2 straight lines meeting at a vertex, one of which describes the surface. It's an elevation angle, elevation being from surface.
That was perfect. Pretty simple stuff.
Earth's measured flat.
Since no one's responding or anything, so we've got
Sorry, no, since no one's talking, well, it's almost like I didn't say it right. Since nobody's just described how flat we measure elevation angles from surface level, I can now change the subject completely after a small pause, with absolutely no acknowledgement whatsoever of the flat Earth we're measuring with a sextant from sea level, with 90 degrees to the stars. Yeah, we can just pretend like that didn't happen, can't we, you bunch of globe cut cowards?
Got this elevation angle, but I don't know how to explain it, but like, so we've got
shut up. Sit down and shut the fuck up then, you dumb retard.
We've got the planar Earth where, like, you know,
sit down and shut up, you fucking retard, if you don't know.
What are we elevating?
Dumb fuck, nobody cares, shut up.
To?
You're a fucking retard and you don't know what you're talking about, so shut up.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all.
Yeah, I'm telling you to shut the fuck up because you're a retard and you don't know what to say, what you're saying.
Please don't swear on my show.
I'll do what the fuck I like.
Swear.
It's not your show, you haven't got a show. The guy who keeps saying that, are you running a show?
Yes. I'm
What's your show called?
Right now
Let's see if he's a liar like Rob Nutchess. Let's see if he's a liar. What's your show called?
Guess what? I have one more viewer than you do right now.
I haven't got any viewers. I'm not live, you dumb fuck.
Hey, Nathan, we're all here specifically.
I mean, by pure coincidence, when I'm replaying this to an audience right now as I speak, I am genuinely live. And if you do have the means to support me via the coffee link, then please do so. There's a PayPal link below this video. Obviously, if you don't have the means to support me, go and check out one of the Shorts videos and share it with a friend. They're all sanitized and have very little, if any, swearing in them whatsoever. But we'll get one more minute of this. Or no, 25 seconds.
To hear you, and that's the facts, okay? So that's what it is. Just keep going. We're here to hear you.
Oh, thanks. I'm really flattered.
He's eating his pizza right now, though. Give him a sec.
No.
Okay, so we're at 3 hours and 30 minutes. If you do want to come back and look at this again in the future, I'll get a few comments from the live panel or indeed the Discord server if anyone wants to comment before I round out the live show. Go ahead, feel free. Well, I'm glad you're also
talking to us?
Yes.
I didn't know if it was the video or
No.
live.
That's me saying if you're watching from the Discord server or listening from the Discord server and listening from the G+, this is your time to comment before I round out the live show.
All right, well, I'll read a comment from Kevin Bacon. He said they can't complete a sentence without describing Earth as flat. That's pretty much correct.
Yeah, you can't get away from the flat Earth measurements that have been used this entire time to suggest sphericity. The suggestion of sphericity is derived from flat Earth measurements. There's no getting away from this fact. Any other comments?
I want to comment on the section where you said we're measuring off surface level. There are other examples, right, where we are getting measurements off the surface level, like submarines. I think they have that ability.
Well, no, all measurements, if they're described with respect to Earth in any capacity, they're always with respect to surface level. Name any Earth measurement, and I'll show you where it is directly tied to Earth's surface. That's what it means to be an Earth measurement. So, go ahead.
I think he's comparing, because are you saying the elevation angle? That's the only one you think we're using?
No, because there's sometimes where we need a dip correction. So there's times where there's no dip correction needed. So it's off the surface level. Just for that
you
one
just described it with a
having.
sextant off a dinghy.
Sure. But when you say dip, to do a dip correction, right, when you're measuring an elevation angle from a given elevation, then you'd need to know the elevation you're at to make the correction. So in other words, when you say, well, okay, this particular angle measurement and acquisition utilizing the horizon isn't done from the surface level. I don't know, 50 feet up in a crow's nest. You're like, okay, so 50 feet. So you're measuring your altitude perpendicular to sea level so that you can make this correction. So there's a further flat Earth prerequisite measurement that needs to be ascribed to a perpendicular altitude with a prerequisite flat Earth surface level or sea level to describe that altitude with so that you can correct to surface level for an elevation angle. Elevation being from the surface or with respect to the surface in this instance. Well, when you say it's with respect to the surface, it has to be corrected, yeah, from a flat Earth altitude measurement at 50 feet in the crow's nest.
Correct. All measurements will be from surface level.
Any more for any more?
Okay, no, that was it. Thank you.
Any more for any more? Yeah, all measurements of Earth are flat. There are no exceptions. Even if you want to believe in a ball, you will absolutely, without question, require flat Earth measurements. And until now, it's been separated. Here we have the globe and its claims that whistle straight past the flat Earth measurements that created it. And here we have the so-called opposition in the form of people who tell you how far in miles that are measured flat and how high in altitude from a flat plane they can suggest curve isn't being seen from. That's the anti-flat Earth versus globe Earth debate. Ignoring this side over here. That's geographical measurements of Earth's surface, altitude from surface level, distance in flat Earth prerequisite linear miles. The things that this discussion ignores and can be ignored if it's kept in a separate category. But we all use this category, the geographical category, where we measure our altitudes and we measure our distances and we measure our directionalities. All of the measurements with respect to Earth are flat. Be sure to support me via the Coffee and PayPal link below this video. Go and share a shorts video if you don't have the financial means to support me in my endeavours here on YouTube. A massive thank you to today's Discord and G+ panels for making today's live show possible. If you are watching this on either Nathan Oakley 1980 or Nathan Oakley Programming streams, however, stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. Unfortunately, if you are watching this live, this is where we bid you farewell. So another massive thank you to all of you who did like, comment, share, subscribe, smash the super chat, hit me up after the fact with the thanks button and all that kind of good stuff. I've been Nathan Oakley and I will see you all in the next video.
But when you measure it flat, it contradicts that. I'm spitting flat facts and that. And I know you don't like that. Google Maps is flat, it presents elevation profiles like that. I'm a spitting flat Earth king. Sentence has a ring, doing my own thing. If Earth was a big roast chicken, factually finger licking chicken. We just got the measurements missing. I'm spitting eggs and begs, begging the question lesson. I've said it before, time after time. I'm the spitting flat Earth king of rhyme.